Hey, welcome to Real Estate Funnel Systems. My name is Stacia Kennedy, and I am the online marketing manager over at Real Estate Funnel Systems. Today, I want to go over with you, with my friend Eric B here, and partner in crime here,
What's up?
mistakes, how to avoid the mistakes with your CRM. If you're a real estate professional, then this video is for you. Eric,
Painful mistakes.
Eric and I know the pain of both sides. And just to give you a quick introduction, Eric has been in the industry. I've actually known him personally for about 10 years. We've come across paths in the real estate industry over in Seattle, and we actually now are back in San Diego. We found ourselves, in the trenches. He works in acquisitions, has worked with some of the big names out there, teaching other people how to flip houses, and has gone on multiple appointments and knows the pitfalls and what to avoid. And I've definitely seen him grow from just, doing his own portfolio and us in the trenches, and then working with the masses. And now we're both kind of collaborating together to do this together and share with you some of the mistakes that we have done so that you can avoid them. So that's what we're here to do for you today. So make sure to hashtag live if you're here with us live, hashtag replay if you're watching the replay.
Yeah. Thank you, Stacia. I appreciate it, and I always enjoy the opportunities to be on the live with you. You do a phenomenal job of getting my attention back over here with some topics and to share. So anytime I can jump on with you, I appreciate it, and it's exciting. So today's topic is it can be a painful one, or it can be a wonderful one. So it depends on which side of the fence of CRM world you live on. If you are struggling with your CRM, you know exactly what we're talking about. If you have ever struggled with the CRM, you know exactly what we're talking about. And then if you're in love with your CRM, you also know what we're talking about, because that's where we're at now. We finally,
Stick to the end as well too, because we're going to show with you, exactly what we use now.
Exactly, and there's a path to how we got to where we go, where we got to, and how we evaluate what is meaningful in a CRM and what's not. So we're going to be covering all of those topics here in this little bit. So, man, is there any other house cleaning that we want to get through, Stacia?
So that's about it. Also, I just want to make sure, who are we talking to today? Because we do have a plethora of friends who are in the real estate industry. And if you're in residential, I would like to know if you're in residential sales, if you're an investor, if you're in acquisition. I would like to kind of see.
Or maybe you do both.
Yeah, or maybe you do both, which is a good thing too. And make sure to share this out if you're watching live on YouTube or inside of our Facebook group. Tag a friend and invite them too.
Yeah, this is a time. I feel like we're about to enter into some whitewater of real estate times. We're not sure what's going to happen. And first and foremost, I should say that I sure hope that everybody is at home, safe, watching this in the comfort of your home, and your family is safe. I deeply respect what's happening, and so just know that your thoughts, or my thoughts, are out there with everybody and their health, and that's just the most important thing. So now it's just a matter of us making the most of our time and at home. So being productive at home, and really dialing in the home office. If you haven't already, I just shot a video about my home office. And so if you're interested in that, it's really, there can be some good tips there. But now it's like, let's be as productive as we can while we're at home. What can we do? And let's game plan, because we don't know exactly what's going to happen. And so one of the things that I work on when I have some downtime, or if I have more concentrated desk time, if you will, is the CRM, just being more organized. There's oftentimes money lost in your CRM. There's deals sitting there that are waiting to be converted, or that you missed, or you haven't called back yet, or something. I always call it money in the CRM. And the other term that I use is go shake the tree. Well, when when I go shake the tree, when I'm really, as an acquisition person and I need to get more deals on the board, I go into that shake the tree mode. And what that means is I just go through all of my past, past leads, make sure that all the conversations are current, and stir up any other conversations that might still be there that have gone stale or anything else. That's what I call shaking the tree. And I do that.
Follow up. I know that's kind of an old saying, but I always like saying that one. Fortune's
Yeah.
in the follow-up.
Fortune's in the follow-up. Exactly. And that's an old saying that rings true more now than ever. It's just a big part of it. So when I'm considering a CRM, here's after all of the years that I have gone through with the CRM topics, and I have used, I feel like I've used just about everything. I know that's not true, but I feel like that because, man, I started off with spreadsheets, and then went to Infusionsoft, aka Confusionsoft. Then we went to I've worked in RealFlow, Podio Spaces, back to my own spreadsheets, back to Trello. I ran my real estate business on Trello for a while. Back to scab together a bunch of different things. I built Podio Spaces. So a lot of people know Podio as a lead managing software. Investor Fuse was a Podio space that I worked in. I built my own Podio Spaces. I built Podio Spaces for other people. Anyways, you get the point. So after all of this and having just really kind of digested all that, in fact, I even went into realtor CRMs for a little while, just because, if the investor CRMs weren't working great, what were the realtors using? And I was still finding there are some gaps out there in the realtor space. So long story short, I'm always on that hunt for the CRM. But when you're evaluating CRMs, it's also really important to know what is important to you in that CRM. What are you evaluating it for? What's good? What's bad? What's meaningful? What's not? What features should you put the most weight on, and what should you overlook, essentially? And for me, most of the problems, and please let me know if you can relate, give me a little hashtag at the bottom here, I can relate, or something like that, CRM problems, anything like this, from a stance that CRMs can get confusing quickly. They can be, they can be very robust in their functions, but very confusing in the user interface. And that usually is the biggest fallout or downside to CRMs, is just how the user interface and how easy they are to adapt and roll into the business. Now, some of us out there might say, well, shoot, I'm pretty good. I'm not bad, tech savvy guy, and I can figure out a CRM and make it roll pretty good within my business. That's generally speaking my attitude. That attitude has also it's my opinion as opposed to the whole team's opinion. Okay. So it was like, I remember being in an office and like we're implementing a new software, and it was just like, you have to be able to think of how that software is going to interact with everybody in your business. So your TC, your real estate agent, your lead manager, all these different roles within your business, they all need to be able to utilize that CRM and collect the information, the reporting, and all that. And most of the time that I've seen is that the user interface is challenging enough that it's really hard to get a whole team to buy in to using the CRM. It's all about getting that whole team to use the CRM accurately, because garbage in, garbage out. That's the way CRMs work. And so the downside is always the garbage in side. And once you start putting garbage in, or maybe you're putting in great, perfect data, right? You are doing the great job, but there's somebody else on the team that doesn't have that level of detail or understanding or whatever, and they're putting in sloppy, data. They're not managing the data very well. That can have a massive trickle effect as you go down through, the behaviors of the CRM. The other thing, the other challenge that I saw a lot was just the build out, just getting a CRM set up for you. Like, man, how many times did I feel like I needed to hire somebody to develop my whole CRM? Like, this is Zoho was one, but you get onto these platforms, and they have all the capabilities in the world, but they are universal. So that means that you have to tailor that software to you and your business. They might have all the capabilities of everything that you want, but then you're going to have to build it. Okay, so that's a challenge in itself. And for some people that have the capital and you can hire a developer to custom build it, that might be a good option for you. Just know that it takes a lot of time, and the development cost is kind of an unknown. That was a slippery slope that we heavily considered. So and the timeline that went along with that was pretty long, meaning the person that was going to build out your CRM, they would have to get to know your business really well, dissect each and every step, usually far greater than you have. So it's like, oh boy, I haven't even thought of it that way, or broken it down that carefully, or anything like that. And for a CRM to be built properly, you have to do that. So now what seemed to be a small project turned into a bigger project of dissecting your whole business and steps and everything else. So I share that just because I've gone down that path. It can be daunting. And at the end of it, if
you're a lot of us are, it's like you get off one call and then it's like, you're on to the next thing. And then you forget, like, oh, what the heck did I say to that person?
Right. Totally. Right. And so it's got to be simple. So the thing that in the CRM that we've had the most success with, because I did a vast majority of my time as a real estate professional. I was in a 15-person office where we're doing 100 transactions a year, essentially. Like that's the cadence is that I've been involved in. So that's the perspective that I look at it, and either that or to a solo, kind of a small person business or a small team, and both are great. But if the CRM is simple, then it should work in both environments. And that's really kind of the key. So the software that we used with success, because of the simple principle, was Trello. I don't know if anybody has heard of the project manager software that's Trello. It's free. I use it all the time. I love Trello. I love Trello for organizing my business, for my personal, for setting goals, checkbox, all that. So we love Trello so much that we integrated that into CT Homes, where we were, again, doing that type of volume. We had 20 open projects at any given time. We were, we're buying 2 houses a week, and selling 2 houses a week. Like that was the cadence. So Trello was easy for us to work on, easy for us to communicate on, and it would just allowed each department to have complete clarity. It did not have all of the automations and the reporting and all of the, the really cool features, but the feature of simplicity overruled everything else. Our team, everybody on the team could use it efficiently. It was on our cell phones. It was on everything. So that's when it really, really settled into me as far as just understanding, like, okay, if we're going to make a CRM really work, we cannot overcomplicate it. That's always the failure spot, is that overcomplicating of CRM and managing of that data. So one of the key things that I focus on when I'm evaluating CRMs, how simple is it? How fast can I integrate it into my business? Do I need to hire another team to build it for me? Those are all the things that I'm looking at. Okay. And then how easy is it for me to adjust it once I get something set up? Here's another thing that once you get a CRM set up and it's working great for you, but then something in your business changes, do you need to go hire a developer to make that change in your CRM?
Yeah.
Oh
Every time.
That sucks, and I know there's some people out there that are kind of in that catch-22, and that's frustrating. So that's the other, kind of, you invest a lot of money and you build something out, but then it's kind of rigid. That can be the challenge, then it's okay. In order to make that adjustment, you're going to have to then go hire that developer again. So
then I had to explain it to 10 different people to find the right person to make it happen.
Right. And so then you're interviewing you just like this, what seemed to be a simple need task now turned into interviewing and firing and hiring, and holy cow. So I've been down that road
too. Everyone's at different levels. So then, not everyone, if it's not simple, then they won't do it. And then or maybe they're leaving it in a handwritten note and then having an assistant do that. And I was like, I can't even do this. Like,
oh my gosh, Stacia, you just brought it up. The handwritten notes. I was the king of that, by the way. At my acquisition desk, it was like, whenever it's funny, it's really natural, for like when you're in acquisitions, you got your headset on and you're evaluating and you're going through everything. You're taking down, at least I am, and I see this common. You're taking down information, from your client on the phone or on the desktop here in kind of in a feverish way. You're like, okay, yeah, you're taking notes and you're moving fast and you're okay, yeah, well, how about this? And you're making adjustments to your negotiation and you're jotting those down and you're making all these things happen in order to engineer a deal or create a deal, right? And so oftentimes those notes and things would be on sticky pads or notes on my desk, and oh my God, what that was so hard to have my team try to read my notes and my scribbles and keep everybody on top of what was going on at when, and oh, you didn't get to that note, oh my bad. I did a lot of transactions that way. And I remember like having just
like a doctor too, huh?
Oh, totally, massively, right? And so then the pile of notes would get up, or the my yellow pad, you fold pages over, then you're like, holy cow, I got 20 pages of notes, and some of these are really important in here. That was a nightmare. So just to quickly highlight, the way I operate now is the same idea. It's just now digital with my iPad and my pencil. And so I just write all of my continuous scrolling notes all digitally, which is way better than the other way because I can save them, I can find them, and I can send them out to anybody at any time. So that's just a quick note. If you ever want to geek out with me about the iPad, just let me know. I have lots to share on that topic. But so now getting back to the CRM is, just having that mess of, data and information and going all different directions. And the other thing that a lot of people are underutilizing, frankly, in my opinion, is the ability to refer a lead over to a real estate agent. If you're marketing as a real estate investor and you're only able to work with the clients in the investor angle, a lot of those leads are going to have to get referred over to a real estate agent, so because they're motivated to sell, but they're not motivated at a, 60 cents on the dollar motivation. They're just like, yeah, I'm motivated to sell at a traditional path. Great. That needs to go over to a real estate agent, right? And that can be when you're working on sticky notes and don't have your CRM really down very well and all that, this can get way worse. So, yeah, that's kind of the nutshell. So to summarize, I value simplicity. Number one, in my CRM approach, I really value simplicity. I don't like to be confused or like to have to go through a lot of different layers to get a snapshot of my business. Okay, that's also really important to me. I like really good follow-up process. Because as we have already talked about, the cliche, the fortune's in the follow-up, very true. So your CRM has got to be your biggest asset when it comes to follow-ups, your ability to follow up with your clients. That's got to be the area of that the CRM does is the heavy lifting, right? Otherwise, what's the point? And then it has to integrate with other software. So it's not just a standalone box, like I needed to integrate with my phone system, or I needed to integrate with my filing system, or whatever else. So that's the other thing that's really important to me with CRMs, is that it integrates. The integration ability is reasonable. Then last but not least is the metrics, tracking what happened in your business. Give me some sort of indication of, like, how many leads came in, how many appointments were set, or are we doing good or are we not doing good? I need the metrics of my business. Okay. So if my CRM is not giving me the metrics of my business, then it's time to go looking for a different CRM, because the metrics tells the story. And right now you got to know, gotta know. So those are the things that I really, really weight when it comes to CRM. Now, I'm also a believer, just to say this, that there's no perfect CRM. I don't believe in perfect. I'm not the type of guy that's like, oh, well, here's this whiz bam website that does everything and your life's solved. No. But as much time as I spend in my CRMs, I am working with one that right now is it's my hands down favorite, and I'm glad that I'm using it right now, because it's been such an awesome game changer. So I'm happy to share that with you guys. If you guys are considering CRMs right now, or if you're using this time to get more organized in your business, if you want more clarity, better follow-ups, just get your business tight. If you want to use this time right now to tighten up your business and get a lot of clarity and know your numbers really well, man, I would highly, highly recommend tightening up your CRM. So let's see. Can I share my screen, Stacia? Let's see here. Share screen. I'm going to share the screen right here. Okay. And all right. So here is, this is Flip Pilot. This is the CRM that I use and I love. Here's what I like about it. And just really quick, is that this is the dashboard. So when you log in, this is what you see. And this is your whole business from side to side in a scroll. So what you're seeing here is on this far side over here, all of the new leads that came in are in this new category. So these are leads that I can drag and drop to the different categories. Then it progresses over to the contacting, and then the needs attention. These are the ones that there's something in that file that needs my specific attention. Then over here we have the appointment sets, and then the negotiating. These are contracts we're negotiating, and over here is the under contracts, and earnest money is hard, rehabbing rental properties, and the buyers that we're working with over here. So this is our whole pipeline of our business. It's all very visual. You can see it. You can grab these different property contacts and move them around per which stage they're in. So this just right away to me is like, I know exactly what's happening in my business at any given time by just looking at my dashboard here. How many people are we in contact with, or how many of these people are there? And, all of these things are all right here on my dashboard. So that's really big for us. Our communications log, this is how we communicate, or this is where it tells us when we need to communicate with the different clients at different times, all down here. So I'm never lost within my follow-ups. I have, this is the other thing that I love about my follow-ups, is that there's automated follow-up sequences that I can build and put my leads onto. So this is a try and get a hold of you auto follow-up. So when I put somebody onto this auto follow-up sequence, they get all of these different touch points, happens automatically through the system. So automated follow-ups via text message, emails, and or it will remind you to call the contact. So that right there has been really, really huge, just to keep my all of my contacts right there. So the follow-up's just happening all the time. yeah, and then just getting in here to understand how the contacts are laid out with the different checklists and things like this that are all in here and can be custom built. So this has just been really, really cool. This one here, there's no communication log right now, but if you go into another property as an example to see what a communication log, this is one of my favorite features of this software, is that it integrates with my call rail. So I have all of the calls. You can listen to the recordings of the calls, the text messages, anything that we have done with this lead is all automatically into the communication log. So that just from a lead follow-up stance and managing leads is such a huge help. So that is tremendous. And to be quite frank, this thing, I transitioned from the old CRM that I was using previous to this one into actively using this one. I got it all set up and started using it within an hour, or like maybe an hour and a half. Complete swap over. That to me is one of the best compliments that I could ever give is just that. It's how easy it was to set up and get going with all of the different automations and everything else. So let me know if you guys, here's the stats. These are the stats that it keeps track of how many leads, appointments, all that stuff. It keeps all that in front of you at all times. So super cool stuff. That's kind of what I like about my CRM and what's really, really worked well for me. So if that makes sense, if you guys think you could benefit from a little bit of a sharpening up on your CRM and your follow-ups and all that stuff, get some clarity, this could be a great place to start.
Gosh. So some people might say, well, you seem like a very techie person, Eric. So how can someone actually set something like this up? What kind of help do you think that you provide here?
It is reasonably simple to set up, just to be very, very real about that. It's not overwhelming, and the support of Flip Pilot is amazing. Like I just got to say, their staff there has been awesome. Their staff won me over immediately. Just the way they treated me as I was onboarding as a new client, and how they've handled all of my other clients has been AA plus. So first and foremost there.
Yes,
but if you
them enough, so it literally integrates with everything that you need.
Yeah, it's really, really great that way. So, but if you are somebody that's like, hey, as easy as it is, I don't like to do any of it. Get me away from all that technology. Let me do me. If you're that person, I understand. We do set up accounts for our clients. So if you're somebody that is interested in upping your CRM, but you're intimidated or are a little hesitant to jump into that setup phase, raise your hand. Let me know. We offer the setup. We can get your accounts all set up, integrated all differently so that it's working appropriately. So your leads are going to the right spot and everything else. So we do offer that. It's a nominal cost for that, and you can get rolling right away. Or just raise your hand, interact with us, and we're happy to just share what we're doing and how we're doing it. But so if you do have trouble, if you want to make this leap but you're not sure how, raise your hand. Just let me know, make a comment, drop an instant message, something, and myself and my team are gladly are here to help set you up. And we also do done for you marketing. So for our clients, we also get people set up, and then we also deploy marketing for them if that's something that is interesting as well. So yeah, a handful of different ways. Yeah,
very easy to move them through the pipeline checklist, and so you're not missing, what did I miss on this person, and having everything there and simple there to connect with your cell phone too.
Yeah, Absolutely. All of this is the CRM Flip Pilot. It's also on my iPad, so I can, while I'm out in the field, I'm updating everything. It's been really, really fun to work within, especially I love the drag and drop aspect of how Flip Pilot works. It's intuitive, So, if you're tech savvy, you're going to get it like super quick. If you're, kind of a mediocre tech person like myself, you're going to get it really quick. If you're somebody that just wants to avoid the tech altogether, you got support. Raise your hand, and we're happy to help you get that set up. And for those of you that do want our help getting everything set up, not only that, we will also set up all of your follow-up sequences, so they mirror mine, and so that you hit the ground running. All your follow-ups will be built and everything else. So, it makes it really efficient and effective.
Let us know if you have any questions. And if you don't mind, how much do you think? How much does it usually run for someone to get started?
Yeah. So, are you talking about for what's that?
For Flip Pilot.
Yeah, it's $140 a month.
Okay.
So that's just a monthly fee for the service itself. And that, I think, for me, that is well worth it. I'd pay that and then some. For the ability of that it offers, or the features that it offers, it's quite the bargain.
Is there an extra fee for other additional users, or does that come with a certain amount of users?
Unlimited users.
Oh wow!
Right.
Oh my
God. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, I don't know. I hesitate because I don't know how long you're going to keep unlimited users. But yeah, right now, if you're a company and you have 10 people on your team that all need access to your Flip Pilot account, no problem.
That's another. I mean, that's also something that I've come across where if I have to pay.
Oh gosh, right.
Single user $100.
Right. So what was originally a good deal, then after you get your whole team onto it, it's like now it's $2,000 a month, and you're like, what? How did that happen? Yeah. Not with Flip Pilot. Flip Pilot it's really geared to operate within the team. So there's filters for if you only want to look at the cards or the properties that you are currently working on, you can filter that away. So it's been really, really fun for our team to adopt and get into stride and see our results go up. Yeah.
I love the way it looks. I mean, for me, being also a Trello lover as well too, having the cards and being able to move things, having a map in there once you put the address in, and being able to attach all the forms you need. Oh my gosh, guys, I love it.
Yeah, it's been really great and simple. I think the biggest thing that I keep driving home is just it was really simple and intuitive to get going and up to speed, same day. I had my converted out of one CRM into this one in one day, in a small portion of that day. So that is one of the best compliments I can give any CRM.
Well, we want you to be the next success story, guys, and we can't wait to work with you if you decide that, hey, time is money, and this is where the money, shake the tree. Again, shaking the tree. This is a tool that'll help you shake more trees there. Don't lose out on the opportunities that you've already got at your fingertips. That's so painful. Yes.
It's so painful. If you're just, if you have things that are slipping through the cracks right now, you can't afford not to, make a correction there. So especially right now, man, these times, and you got to be sharp. I'm telling you right now, I can, with the just with the way the way the lending institutions are going to be operating right now, the fear that is in the marketplace with just all this level of uncertainty, transactions are going to be happening. I call it the whitewater of real estate. We're going to be into the whitewater of real estate, and you got to keep sharp. Yes. You got to stay sharp. So, yeah.
Thanks so much, Eric. Any tips or words of wisdom here?
Man, Keep organized.
Yeah.
Stay sharp. Keep organized. That's my word. And the better you do here, the better you can scale.
Yeah.
The better you do here, the better you can scale. And that's really the truth. So master your CRM, create your efficiencies, and scale your business.
All right. Thanks again, and we'll see you guys on the next video.
Awesome, guys. See ya.